Hey, everybody, welcome back. Just so you know, last year everyone wanted to learn better prompts, and it's still extremely important. But I think when we start to think about how to work in the world of AI, we need to start thinking about maybe that could be starting to be the wrong question. Now, prompts are still extremely important, like I said, but I don't want us to just think about how do I write better prompts. I also just want to think about how we should stop thinking about AI as a manual process. I really thought it was going to be over a year ago where this came into play. It's really starting to hit its forefront right now. Um, and that's really where AI and AI agents come into play. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And today I'm going to try to really make this simple. I just want to give you some baseline ideas and some conversations here and show you 4 to 5 practical examples of how realtors could use AI in a digital assistant and stop using it like Google, right? Stop using it as a search. So ChatGPT is what I'm going to be doing today. And I'm just going to start working with it and asking it really simple questions and start getting it to produce really good results for me. So if we look at this, we will sit there and say, I want you to think about this like giving AI an agent's job. Like you are trying to make this an employee, not a tool. And that's how I want you to think about AI today. So we're going to go through some basic ideas. Again, just remember, most people are using AI as Google. If you want to get faster, better, beyond AI with that, we need to start thinking about it like an employee and how that's going to affect your business. Now, I am going to share my screen here. And what you will see, that's the wrong way to do this. We will do this way. You are going to see on the screen here, we're going to do it this way. Actually, you are going to see, I've already created some things. I've already started some prompts up. Now, I'm going to show you this from the very beginning. I'm going to tell you that I told it to ignore everything because I'm using this for training. And this is helping people understand, or something chat understand that I don't want this in my memories. I don't want this in that world, but I'm showing you how to do this. Now, the next thing I put in here is I put in, you are my real estate operation assistant. Your mission is to help me eliminate repetitive work so I can spend more time building relationships, serving clients, and growing my business. Whenever I give you a task, identify which parts are repetitive, break the task into repeatable workflows, recommend opportunities for automation, draft any emails, texts, documents needed, suggest how this process can be delegated to an AI or another member, identify risk and quality control issues, tell me which part of this should always remain human decisions. I would just say you should do that yourself, but this is always good to do. When possible, organize your responses into workflow automation, client relations, checklist, human review required. Always optimize for saving time, improving consistency, delivering, and maintaining professionalism. And when appropriate, ask clarifying questions. What we just did there is we changed it. We did not tell AI just to give me an answer. It's going to give me a lot of information out there to help us move forward. Here is I gave it a role, a task, and some standards and a format in what I want information doing. This is going to change everything for me. So let's talk about the first example. I'm going to talk about how you can do a CRM cleanup in here. Now, I'm going to tell you, while you can do this, you need to be extremely careful about what you are doing with this. You cannot be giving confidential information. You cannot be giving other things out there. So you want to be extremely cautious about how you use this. But I will tell you, this can help you remove duplications, help you create a one listing. A lot of people have duplication issues, and that can be part out there. But you can also use this to help analyze your clients and maybe give some rewarding systems in there. Now, what I will tell you is I'm showing you how to do this in ChatGPT. Most CRMs these days are already coming out and doing this in place. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take the names real quick. These are all fake names. Actually, we're going to. So Google being what Google is, I did just download names and information. I'm not going to show it to you because what it's going to do is it will block me because it's not allowed to. Google won't let us do that, which I think they shouldn't let us do. But I'm going to now create a prompt. And that prompt is going to say, using real estate operations role, which we created, please identify likely duplicate contacts, flag missing information, suggest useful CRM tags for each contact, identify sales contact, prioritize top 5, create cleanups, tell me decisions should remain. Again, I'm showing you one baseline example. You need to keep this data basically generic and what's already public knowledge. Once you put this in here, you can't take it back. And this is very risky. What I have in here is all fake information. Okay, I'm back, unpaused again, as I want to walk you through this. I'm going to walk you through some of the examples. So the first thing I scrolled past already is I rolled past and it already removed the duplicates for me, told me which ones out there. Also told me places where I was missing key information, names or phone numbers, emails, things like that. But now you're starting to talk about follow priority, telling us why, where they're at. It's giving us good information here about what's going on. Now, you will see in here, this can be extremely, extremely helpful. Now, I'm just going to kind of leave it at that, but just to give you an idea what's happening, what we just did in here was, and I'm going to actually just focus on me. What we did in here with this example is we got all of it. So I've got contacts that need re-engagement. I've got a 30-minute cleanup checklist. I've got where I need to have required. Tells me that I need to confirm relationships, contact merges, communication strategies, data accuracy, and then it gives me operational observations. Tell me what I need to do next. Completing the duplicate merges, standardizing tags and pipelines, follow up with 5 prioritized contacts. So it's giving me a great set of list of information out here, which can be really, again, super, super helpful. Now, the next thing that I want to do is start talking about lead follow-up. And this one, I think, goes unmissed. Now, again, some CRMs are going to replace this very soon, but until then, you're going to have a solution in place. And what we want to do is this lead follow-up. So I have a buyer that comes in from an online source. They said they're looking for the next 3 months. Most agents would send one email, maybe one text, and then forget about it. Well, a digital assistant can build the whole role. So again, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to let the system know who the buyer is. And again, we're leaving out names to protect the innocent. But what we're going to do here now is come in and I'm going to give it the next prompt. And I'm going to come out here and say, again, I've got being the operational assistant role we created, build a 14-day follow-up plan for the newer buyer lead, name. First, you got some basic information in here, all fictitious information, nothing real about any of this, all made up. And when I come in here and I say enter, it's going to give me the whole steps. Tells me the text messages that are in place. And the more detail you give about that lead, whether it's in person, online, open houses, whatever, the more details you give, the more customized this conversation becomes. We got an email, email 5, email 12, call reminders. Automation opportunity. CRM automatically creates AI, personalized listing summaries before they sent, delegation, human conversations. All this stuff's getting created because I had that one first prompt that gave all the rules. Now, again, I said we're moving away from prompts. We're not away from prompts yet, but this helps. Now, I could also come in here and add one more optional follow-up prompt in here to make this work just a little bit better. And now I can actually tell it to identify triggers, delay, message type, human review, right? So when I do this, it'll give me even more. And it gives me the workflow. It'll give me the CRMs, tags, what I should put in here. This is helpful because a lot of times we go down rabbit holes of tags that we don't need to go down and work inside of that. 4 or 3, I guess. Demo transaction coordinator assistant. So again, we have a buyer that just went under contract. This is where things got busy. Inspection attorney, things like that, walk through. The goal is not to remove the realtor. The goal is to make sure nothing falls through the cracks, right? So again, I'm going to have my role. And again, the nice thing about any of your AI, you can either create gems or projects or whatever, and this could all be in one thing. So you could each have one. And that one main prompt we put up there could have been the basic settings. And when I do this, I'm going to come out here now. And I'm going to come out here and tell it, using the real estate thing, transaction details, contract date, closing priority date, property type, inspection period, earnest money, right? We put all this stuff in here. Please create a 30-day transaction timeline, internal task list, text messages, risk or opportunities. Boom. Now I come in here, hit enter. And again, it has given me an exact outline of what we need to do. With conversations. And again, if you needed to, you could put this into your CRM, copy paste, and it's all there. Again, saving time. Now, the other thing that we could do is we could say, now convert this transaction to a task list. So I could paste into Trello, Asana. Like if it knows your CRM, it will give it so it's copyable in that format and put it in place. So if you have a CRM that you use and you're knowing, this is something that you can definitely work for and get towards in the roads. This is where AI becomes just more of a rinse and repeat and becomes a service and an assistant for you that you haven't had in the past. So other ways you could kind of use this is you could use this for building buyer side and seller side transaction templates, customized based for your state, your brokerage, whatever those policies are. But you don't ever want to rely on the AI for legal deadlines. There's a lot of lawsuits on there for that. But for our business and your company policies, you can put some of that stuff in here with permission and get this stuff done and turn that checklist into a reusable list. Now, the last one here is one of my favorites is I can come out here and I can come in here and I'm going to go outside and go into my projects, not a training one. Where is it at? I'm going to come into YouTube strategy. We're going to create a brand new one. And I'm going to put this paste in place. All right. I guess we won't. I guess I'm going to stay in that one. Never mind. It's going to work better for me. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one of my old transcripts from a previous video I created. It won't be necessarily real estate based. It'll be for you guys. But you're going to see this out here real quick. And if I come in here and find one of my texts, I can come out here and enter. Now, what I just did is I told the real estate, using the real estate operation, so I stayed inside this prompt. I thought I was going to do my own, but I didn't want to get down that rabbit hole too far. But now when I come in here, what I can do is it gives me everything. It gives me the description. It already has a title, so I don't worry about that. It gives me the LinkedIn post. It gives me a Facebook post. It gives me a short email. It gives me 5 short form clip ideas. So I could segment out my video. Gives me 3 Instagram captions. Gives me a blog outline. And then call to actions. So with this alone, I can come in and create a lot, and I do mean a lot of content, and have this ready for us as professionals. Now, what I want us to think about here is when we're working on this and we're working in these tool sets, there we go, we can use all of this to just simplify our time. So all those examples I did were less than, well, just a little over 15 minutes. Essentially, I could have done this all in under 15 minutes. I have all this stuff created, outlines, buyers, transactions, all this stuff submitted, ready to go. So can you. You can have all this done by writing and thinking as AI as your employee, not as your Google tool. Definitely can work that way, and it's that way. Now, I showed you ChatGPT to say it could have been Gemini, it could have been Claude, it could have been Copilot, it could have been any tool that you use. And I do want you to use that. Two things I want you to think about. One, top left-hand corner, you are seeing the QR code for a free AI prompt that I have. I hope you use it and take advantage of it. It's definitely a very good tool to take advantage of and move out there. Also, I am starting a 90-day breakthrough very soon. If you want it, put in the chat, in the comments, anywhere you want that you're looking forward to that. That 90-day breakthrough is going to help you get started, not only with using AI as your tool, but setting a business plan up, making it quick, making it actionable, and getting yourself successful in a very fast manner. So let's get this forward for you. Let's get it moving. I hope you like this. Pick one of those repetitive tasks that you want to do and try to change it. In the comments below, I will have some of these prompts in place, especially that main one, because I think that's really helpful. Hope you have a great day. We will see you very soon.